Giants appear in the myths and legends of many different cultures, and their appearance often closely resembles that of an ordinary human. For example, in Homer's Odyssey, the Cyclops, despite being a giant, looks mostly human, except for the single large eye in the center of his forehead. The Bible references giants as having divine origins, and in Scandinavian legends, they even confront the gods. It is said that at one time, giants roamed the earth, the offspring of divine beings and human women. These giants were strong, ancient, and glorified. Why did civilizations across different continents share such similar stories about giants? Could these tales be remnants of memories from ancient civilizations? A medieval Danish historian, Saxo Grammaticus, believed that giants must have existed, citing the enormous ancient structures as evidence. Many written sources from that era also speak of such beings. For instance, the Old English poem The Seafarer tells of enormous stone walls supposedly built by giants. Historical documents mention similar beings, including accounts by Herodotus, who writes of the Spartans acquiring the bones of a warrior named Orestes, whose skeleton was said to be 7 cubits tall, about 11.5 feet or 3.5 meters. The ancient Greek scholar Pausanias described a skeleton about 18 feet or 5.5 meters tall found in a river. Roman historian Josephus Flavius recorded eyewitness accounts of live giants, describing their faces as different from ordinary humans and their voices as thunderous. In early Christianity, it was believed that Adam stood 13 feet tall, about 4 meters, and Eve slightly shorter at 10 feet or 3 meters. Records of these writings are preserved in the Vatican archives. 13-foot skeletons were reportedly excavated in the Caucasus Mountains during the 20th century, dating back tens or even hundreds of thousands of years. The presence of these remains led scientists to theorize that the giants sought refuge here after some global catastrophe, finding their final resting place. An old book titled History and Antiquity, now stored at Oxford University Library, tells of a giant skeleton discovered in the Middle Ages in Cumberland. The skeleton, buried 4 yards deep, was fully dressed in military attire with a sword and battle axe by its side. It measured 4.5 yards in length, with teeth 6.5 inches long and 2 inches broad. Adding to the evidence are numerous fossilized footprints and other remnants. For example, an imprint of a human foot 80 centimeters, about 2.5 feet in length, was unearthed in Tanzania. Similar footprints, slightly smaller at 50 centimeters or about 1.5 feet, were found in the Nevada desert, dating back around 250 million years. Handprints found next to dinosaur tracks near a village in Turkmenistan suggest a giant about 5 meters or 16.5 feet tall lived there 150 million years ago. A human tooth, 5 times larger than normal, was found in Hong Kong in 1935. In 1950, a human skull with 2 rows of teeth, 60 centimeters or 2 feet high, was found in Alaska. A 50-foot-long petrified human skeleton was discovered in Mongolia in 1999. The abundance of such evidence suggests that giants did indeed once exist, but whether they were a single people spread across the globe or belonged to different races remains a question that scientists have yet to definitively answer. If giants truly existed, then traces of their lives should still be visible, perhaps in the form of architectural structures and other artifacts. Some scientists believe that numerous megalithic structures found worldwide serve as proof of the giants' existence. Even with modern technology, it is incredibly challenging to construct such monumental objects. So how could it have been done tens or even hundreds of thousands of years ago without mechanical lifting mechanisms? Yet these structures exist. Take the famous Baalbek Terrace in Lebanon near Beirut, where 3 massive stone slabs, each weighing about 800 tons, form the base. These stones fit together so perfectly that not even a knife blade can slip between them. Researchers estimate that installing just one of these stone blocks, 21 meters wide and 54 meters long, would require the simultaneous effort of at least 35,000 people. Handwritten Arabic treatises claim that this structure was built as a temple of Jupiter by giants on the orders of King Nimrod after the Great Flood. The ancient city of Teotihuacan, located 31 miles from Mexico City, is another example. This complex of huge stone blocks was reportedly built by giants to transform humans into gods. Its layout resembles a model of the solar system, with the central temple representing the sun and the other temples at proportional distances representing the planets, including Pluto, discovered by modern astronomers only in 1930. This suggests that the city's builders had advanced astronomical knowledge. Other monumental structures attributed to giants include the Egyptian Sphinx, England's Stonehenge, the stone figures of Easter Island, and the Tibetan city of the gods. Not only are these structures themselves remarkable, but they also have fascinating geometrical connections. For example, a line drawn from the Tibetan city of the gods to the Egyptian Sphinx, if extended, leads directly to Easter Island. Another line from the city of the gods through the Mexican pyramids also leads to Easter Island. These two lines outline 1/4 of the Earth's surface, and a line drawn from the city of the gods to Stonehenge divides this quarter precisely in half. Modern people who are giants might also be connected to these ancient beings. One theory is that the appearance and subsequent disappearance of giants are linked to a cosmic cataclysm. Some researchers believe that hundreds of millions of years ago, a massive asteroid, larger than our present-day moon, became a satellite of Earth, weakening the planet's gravity and allowing giants to thrive and develop an advanced civilization. Thousands or even millions of years later, this satellite descended from its orbit and disintegrated, with its debris falling to Earth. The survivors of this disaster, through mutation and adaptation, gradually decreased in size as Earth's gravity increased and the ozone layer thinned, exposing them to more harmful solar radiation. Before this catastrophe, Earth's atmosphere contained 1.5 times as much oxygen as it does today. Large animals, including giant humanoids, would have thrived in such an environment. After the disaster, however, the giants gradually shrank. Some well-known anthropologists like Christopher Boehm and Franz Weidenreich have theorized that before the asteroid's explosion and fall, the Asuras, inhabitants of the legendary continent of Lemuria, were 50 meters or 160 feet tall. After the catastrophe, their successors were 18 meters or 60 feet tall, and later descendants were about 6 meters or 20 feet tall. Eventually, most giants died out, but in some areas, they managed to survive until at least the 16th century. This theory, though it contradicts Darwin's teachings, offers a plausible explanation for the existence of giants. But what do you think? Let's discuss this fascinating topic in the comments below. Thank you for your attention and see you again soon. Bye.